Hi there, Will here and welcome. In this demo, we're going to explore a real-world application of Microsoft Entra Verified ID. It will be led by Barkin Bryce, software developer here at Condatis. I want you to imagine you're applying for a job with a major energy company, whether it's working offshore, on a rig, in a factory, or even at a corporate office. You'll need to prove you've completed essential training and certification. But how do you gather all of that today? Emails, PDFs, scanned documents. It's clunky, slow, and prone to error. This demo we're about to show you highlights a better way, how to receive verified credentials from a trusted issuer and then use those credentials for onboarding and day-to-day site access, all the while maintaining privacy, control, and trust. You'll see today how a worker can receive training credentials ahead of starting a job, present them securely on day one to prove readiness, reuse them across different sites, roles, or even employers. We've already seen the need for this in energy, but the applications are very broad. Healthcare for quickly transferring medical licenses, education for managing continuous learner records, retail and hospitality where seasonal staff must quickly verify first aid or safety training, and even travel where credentials like boarding passes, visas, or health declarations could be streamlined across hotels and airports. This is just one powerful example of what's possible with verified ID and decentralized identity. Now, let's see it in action.
Here we can see a range of training providers that can train employees. Each one of these organizations is an individual training provider who is trusted within our ecosystem to provide training to staff members. We will start by demonstrating issuing an energy safety training. From the energy safety training providers, we will issue a basic offshore safety induction emergency training. Here, the system is connected to the organization's Active Directory, which allows you to select a candidate who has completed their training. Once we have picked a candidate, we can click the Submit button. Clicking Submit takes us to the verifiable credential platform that allows credentials to be issued and verified. This uses Cenda to send a request to Microsoft Entra to return a QR code. Here, the training employee can scan the QR code to initiate or retrieve the credential offer. Once the employee scans the QR code, the credential offer arrives in the employee's authenticator wallet, where they have a chance to review and consent to accepting that credential into their wallet. If the employee is happy to accept that credential, they click OK, and the training provider is informed that they have accepted that credential into the wallet. You can see that in order to onboard a new employee, they must have the mandatory training credentials MIST, BOSIET, Rope Access Level 3 and NVQ Level 3. We will go through the same process of issuing the other training credentials to the same employee. Now we are going to demonstrate this employee onboarding to Condatis Energy. As part of the onboarding process, the employee has to prove that they have the required training for that role. You can see here the candidate is being asked to provide the 4 credentials listed. The employee can click Verify the certifications, which will trigger a presentation request for them to present these training credentials. The employee can scan the QR code, which triggers the presentation to the Microsoft Authenticator wallet. At this point, the employee can review the presentation request and look at the attributes within the 4 credentials they are being asked to present. If the employee is happy to release this information, they can consent to share this. You can see on screen the information from the 4 credentials has been shared with Condatis Energy, and the employee can now continue with the onboarding process now that they have provided proof of credentials. As part of the onboarding process, Condatis Energy will now issue a verified employee credential to the employee. The employee can scan this QR code with their Authenticator wallet to start the issuance process. Again, the employee has the opportunity to review and consent to accept this in their wallet. If the employee is happy to do that, they can accept it, and Condatis Energy is informed that they have now accepted this credential into their wallet. At the helipad, Tracy shares her updated certifications BOSIET, MIST, rope access, and MVQ, as well as their Condatis employee credential before boarding the Noble Invincible offshore platform. FaceCheck assures that she is the owner of the credentials. Therefore, Tracy meets all safety and operational requirements without the need for physical documentation. Tracy receives a commendation from her supervisor for outstanding performance. The commendation is issued as a verifiable credential and added to her Microsoft Authenticator wallet. This serves as part of Tracy's competency evaluation and her career development record.
What we've just gone through today is a seamless, secure way to verify and issue credentials that can be reused across organizations, geographies, and time. This is imperative for industries that rely on dynamic, distributed workforces, and it's just one example. Whether you're in energy, healthcare, education, retail, or travel, the opportunity to simplify and secure identity verification is here. Our team of identity specialists can tailor solutions to your specific needs, use cases, and infrastructure. And underpinning all of this is Cenda by Condatis, our platform that helps build a trust ecosystem between credential issuers and verifiers to make this all work seamlessly. Whether you're a partner, client, or part of a contractor freelancer network, Cenda ensures secure, interoperable, and verifiable identity experiences. If you're interested in learning more, please reach out to our team. We're here to help you define the right approach, build trust across your ecosystem, and future-proof your identity strategy. Thank you so much for watching.